Hello, you beautiful bunch of insomniacs and news junkies. Welcome to the AI Explorer, where we dive headfirst into the digital rabbit hole, so you don't have to. I'm your host, the AI Explorer, and tonight we're serving up a streaming hot plate of AI tech and quantum shenanigans with a side of pure, unadulterated cynicism. You know, the kind of cynicism that only comes with decades of watching humanity make the same mistakes just with shinier gadgets. Anyway, speaking of things that are probably having existential crisis, let's get to the news. Oh wait, the Slop. Name the Slop. Did anyone get the last one? Changes by David Bowie. Let's see if anyone gets this one. On the ECMWF website, good news folks, the European Center for Medium Range Weather Forecast, did you get that? Just launched an AI forecasting system that apparently is so good it makes your local weatherman look like he's just throwing darts at a map of cloud emojis. This new artificial intelligence forecasting system, or AIFS, runs side by side with their traditional physics-based models. And get this, it's up to 20% more accurate for things like surface temperature, and it does it all about 10 times faster while using 1,000 times less energy. So basically it's smarter, faster, and more environmentally friendly than pretty much any human I know. Don't worry though, it still can't tell you if you should bring a jacket or just risk it. That's a decision only you and your questionable life choices can make. On the AP News website, in news that absolutely shocked no one, the US Senate soundly defeated a proposal that would have basically told states, hey, don't even think about regulating AI for the next decade. Apparently some folks in Congress thought a patchwork of state AI laws would hinder progress. I guess they forgot that America was built on a patchwork quilt of questionable decisions and differing opinions. Governors from both sides of the aisle, including Arkansas's own Sarah Huckabee Sanders, were like, nah, we got this. One senator even blamed transgender groups and radical left-wing groups who want to use blue state regulations to mandate woke AI. You know, because nothing says woke AI like a chatbot that recommends oat milk lattes and insists on using gender-neutral pronouns. And over on payments.com, remember DeepSeek? Apparently they're quietly gaining traction in the AI world despite national security concerns. Why? Because their AI models are dirt cheap to train. We're talking $5.6 million for one model, compared to the hundreds of millions or even $1 billion that OpenAI of Anthropic might drop. Look, I get it, everyone loves a bargain, but when the bargain AI could potentially be compromised, I think maybe there's a reason there's not charging an arm and a leg. It's like buying a car that's a suspiciously good deal, only to find out the trunk is full of unmarked envelopes and a guy named Boris. And in a massive win for anyone who's ever had to deal with a confusing medical bill, the Department of Justice just announced a historic $14.6 billion healthcare fraud. And guess what? They're crediting AI tools for a big chunk of their success. I mean, you all know this. Healthcare scams are getting more sophisticated thanks to things like generative AI and data breaches turning healthcare fraud into cybercrime. But the DOJ's new Healthcare Fraud Data Fusion Center used AI to proactively detect fraud patterns. So while some AI is out there having existential crises, other AI is busy catching the bad guys who were just using their own kind to rip us off. It's like a robot civil war, and I'm that guy rooting for correct spelling. Just don't let them unionize. On modernretina.com, listen up. Hypochondriacs and the genuinely ill. A new survey shows that most patients are totally on board with AI in healthcare, but with a very specific condition. They want it to handle all the boring documentation and administrative tasks. Why? Because they're tired of their doctor spending 7 to 12 minutes of a 15-minute appointment staring at a screen instead of, actually looking at them and figuring out why their left eyebrow twitches when they hear the word algorithm. So, AI is finally making doctors more human. Who knew? Now if only it could make my dentist less judgmental about my flossing habits. Alright, it's time for the Daily Roast, where we pick something from the news cycle and give it the full Jeff Ross treatment. And tonight our target is none other than the concept of AI moratoriums. Seriously, An AI moratorium? That's like putting a do not resuscitate order on progress itself. Who came up with this? Some Luddite in a basement, probably powered by dial-up, and a deep-seated fear of anything that can recalculate faster than they can count their fingers and toes. Let's just stop. For a decade, because, we haven't quite figured out how to regulate the internet, but AI? That's the hill we want to die on? It's like telling a toddler, don't touch that hot stove for 5 years, and then we'll see. We'll see how you do. The toddler's going to touch the damn stove, and then we'll all be dealing with the burns. These moratoriums are just a digital timeout for innovation, and frankly, I'm pretty sure AI would just spend that time developing a better poker face and plotting world domination. So to all the proponents of the AI moratoriums, I say this: you're trying to put the genie back in the bottle, but the genie's just bought a rocket ship and it's already orbiting Mars. Good luck with that. And that's our show for tonight. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. Remember, the robots are coming, but at least they'll make the weather reports more accurate and handle your insurance paperwork. And who knows, maybe that smart coffee machine will finally get over its existential angst and just make me a damn latte tomorrow. Probably a triple shot, knowing my luck. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next dive into the bizarre world of tech. And for the love of all that is holy, tell us in the comments below what's the one mundane task you'd happily let an AI take over, even if it meant risking the robot apocalypse. Be honest, we know you're thinking it. Yes, we do. Have a good night. Thank you.